Boom, we are live. The Coors Light beer that's made to chill pregame that's going to chill us out for the rest of the night here. It's me and Kyle. KFC's out for the pregame. He'll be back on in post. Hopefully the happy recap. Pretty quiet here. Pretty quiet. Nothing crazy to report on. We haven't had any fucking idiocy from Brody Van Wagenen. The Wilpons haven't lost a part of their franchise or their lives for comically less than it should be worth. So far we're just the biggest thing and the biggest news of the night actually is not Mets related technically. Excuse me. Trevor Bauer is currently on the bump out in Cincinnati, and so far first bat up. Garcia singled to right center. So we got a man on base here. Let's go, Brew Crew.
Driving up that opponent's batting average.
Yep,
he gets bit by the home run too. The fact that his ERA is that low, he's let up like 10 or 11 home runs. So if he's off or he's in his head at all, so you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going with give me whatever nerd stat. It's like if you give up home runs, it's a bad thing because it's all a matter of luck of who's on base and all that's whatever nerd stats are for Jake, I am for. Whichever against him, I rebuke. And we're just gonna go from there. Tonight in our neck of the woods, we have our last game of the series against the Rays. Let's see, Nimmo. What's that?
Last home game too. Last game in City. Under the Wilpon regime.
Yeah, this is the last Wilpon. We only have one more game where they can burn the stadium literally down in front of our eyes. We'll see if they do that. I was looking at the Braves line earlier too, and it's just the names in that. I'm like, what the fuck? It's always that. It's not even during the Corona season. It's always just dudes, and I'm sure, like I said, it's the perfect balanced lineup. It always just makes me laugh. Typical look for us here. Pete at first, Dom in left. McNeil and right, which was last night, right? We had that exact same. It was just a different order, but this was
different center fielder. We had Heredia.
Oh, that's right. Damn, Heredia's not in tonight. My guy. What the fuck? What a fucked up season this is. Nimmo, Conforto, McNeil, Alonso, Dom, Cano, Frazier, Todd Frazier. Last game in City, Jersey. Todd, enjoy your last fucking night, Todd, because it's
doing it out for the fans.
Yep. Doing it for the locals in Jersey, the pride of Tom's River. Oh man, I love when Frank the Tank got wound up about Todd Frazier for a while there. It was always fun because it was Jersey on Jersey crime, and I would just laugh as I looked.
I didn't want him the first time we got him. We didn't even have a third baseman. And I was like, I don't even care that we don't have a third baseman. I just don't want Todd Frazier.
I think I wanted him 2 years earlier when we needed a third baseman, and he had 38 bombs or whatever that year for the White Sox or something like that. He might have been available at the deadline, and then we got him. Everything else, we get these guys 2 or 3 years after they could have filled the need. We got Billy Hamilton a year after we could have used him, and he shoved it up our ass with the Braves. It's just so Metsy. So whatever. Todd Frazier, your last day in City here. Anytime Gimme Jimmy's in the lineup, happy. Dom Smith in the line. There's just names. You see him, you're like, I'm happy. Conforto's obviously back. He's DHing, which part of me is let's fucking not have Mike. I don't want to mess with anything. I'd be fine packing in the season. Week 17 lineups from here on out, where it's the second stringers. It's week 4 preseason in the NFL. Just give me guys I've never heard of. Fuck it, throw Tebow in there. I know Tebow's not on the 60 man or whatever it was, but just throw Tebow in there and we'll go. I am shocked. That will go down. I almost want to just blog it. The fact Tim Tebow somehow never came up to the big leagues is the biggest upset in the history of sports. Because
if they could have had fans this year and sold tickets and merchandise and people were there to buy it, I think that it was way more likely to happen. I know we're still in the race, but come on now. Last day ever, you just cup of coffee for the guy. They would definitely do that. BBW knows he's out. It would just be a circus. It would be a complete circus.
Exactly. And I remember reading that I think the Wilpons got a bigger cut of his jersey sales because minor league jersey sales aren't revenue shared like major league. So they probably wanted to keep him in the minors as long as they could because they're fucking snakes. But here we are last night in City. Wilson Ramos is when I see those names, like Give Me Jimmy, Conforto, Dom, it makes me happy. Wilson Ramos has officially reached the end of the line here with, I think, pretty much everyone in the fan base. Like, when you're a catcher that can't catch, we've lost our mind with you. He was never like guy who could get people off on the bases, and then he's a human double play, and he just, I don't know, he's like a laboring Buffalo at this point. You know what I mean? He's
a lazy Buffalo. Like, he doesn't even pretend like he's trying to block it anymore. He's going backhand on like Jake throwing 101. He's like, I'll block it. If not, I'll just let that runner advance, which will eventually score, and they'll give it a pass ball, or they won't give it a pass ball. Or they will give it a pass ball, so it'll be against Jake.
When Jake rolled his fucking eyes again, that was all you needed to know about where he stands with the team and with Jake. Wilson Ramos is the Buffalo when you're watching Planet Earth that is just sitting there. The lions are around him, and he's not even fighting. He's like, just eat me, eat the part of me that just takes life away from my body so I don't feel pain anymore. That's basically Wilson Ramos. He has another kid at home, as we learned, right? He had that kid last year, so he's probably so shot. He has his wife on him. There's also those rumors going around that he might have been involved with some stuff when the wife might have caught him with someone, and that's why she had the sign. Yeah, right. I mean, it's all a bunch of Twitter hearsay. I don't know what's real, what's not. But that, I always found that to be very interesting, just because that sign was so weird. And I remember being imagine finding out in the batter's box as you're about to face Major League Pitching, you have another kid, and it's like, the sign was like, I am Wilson Ramos's wife. He has another kid on the way. We love you, Wilson. Like, you are mine till death do us part. Like, that's basically what it said on it. Wilson, hopefully fucking the death of your contract with the Mets cannot come soon enough. Get the fuck off my team. He's on the get the fuck off my team all-stars. Dylan Betances, who I forgot was even on the Mets, is back or activated or off whatever list.
He's activated. He's good to go today, as of today. And they were saying it might be today or tomorrow. But I got to think, when you have a guy like that, there's only 5 games left. If you want to get his head right before the season's over, like, fine. But he's coming off of an injury. You just paid him a ton of money. Why are you trying to rush it?
Exactly.
We signed him for 2 years, right? I'm not crazy.
Well, it's I believe a player option for the second year. I just want to look at the money because I think the second year, the option year is the big one too.
He's taking that because Uncle Stevie's here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah. 1 year contract with options for 21 and 22.
20. I have here in 21. It would be $6 million. Would be the option, and I mean, based on what he did this year, I don't think he's going to get better than a 1 year $6 million or even a multi-year deal that would be worth more. I don't know. Relievers are. I mean, we know how Betances can be, how good he can be, but he had a typical Mets season from hell. Welcome to the fucking other side of the tracks, Dylan. But yeah, I mean, Betances is one of those guys like that. Well, if we have to move Lugo to the bullpen or to the starting rotation, we then have to backfill his spot. Betances could be a guy, hopefully, that you would hope would be one of those guys, since trustworthy Diaz will be in our closer role. We just got to figure out 8th, 7th, skinny Familia. Oh, please stay skinny. Please stay skinny, Familia. That's what we really need to happen here. Once quarantine's over, I went the other way. I said, I'm not getting skinny during quarantine. He went, I don't know what he's going to do once quarantine's over, if he's going to get chunky Familia again, but I like skinny Familia, and he's not even that great. I mean, what are his numbers? I feel like his numbers aren't even that great, but they're better than they were. I mean, Familia hasn't had his like patented nonstop meltdowns. He's gotten bailed out a few times, but he hasn't just gotten his shit kicked in. 4.1 ERA, 24 innings, 1.46 whip. I mean, that's Familia. He's very, very chunky Familia in terms of his whip. His career whip is 1.3, which I would have guessed was higher than that, because those roller coaster rides, it feels like it's like two beats on every outing.
Even the year that he set the saves record, it was like bases loaded. I felt like he was Brian Wilson from the Giants, where it was like, yeah, he would close the game, but you would have a heart attack every single time.
His whip in 2015 was 1 on the dot. That was the lowest he's ever had. And then it was 1.21, 1.46, 1.22, 1.73 last year. Holy shit, he was so bad last year.
And that was coming off of that huge contract, $30 million for 3 years. That's the other thing. Like, that's the thing that gets overlooked, is not so much the guys that he's giving up, that Brody gave up in the farm. It's the stupid money that we just spread around to players that we didn't even need to. Like, we didn't need Jed Lowry. We gave him $10 million a year. We didn't need Familia. We gave him $30 million after getting rid of him to the Athletics, where he didn't look amazing with the Athletics, and then we decided to bring him back at a premium. It's just dumb.
It's the end of it. It's all over. The DeComo tweeted out the fan graphs of the Mets' chances, and it just plummets like at the end of August into September.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the opposite. Uncle Stevie comes in, he gets the team. Boom, we're going up long-term view. That's all that matters. The season is fraudulent anyway. We've said it a million times. Uncle Stevie is coming, so none of that shit matters. Familia's on the hook. $11 million base salary next year. I mean, what a fucking joke. $16 million in adjusted salary according to Sport Track. But oh yeah, because this year too, there was a little bit of a cut because obviously Corona and all that shit.
Right.
But nonetheless, like still, you're still paying that money and what's coming in, going out, whatever. 16.666668, which is very much on par with what Familia has been with us. Nothing but the devil. So hopefully he stays skinny. And that's gonna be I guess we have our fucking bullpen. It's already been decided for us. It's Diaz is the closer, Familia, Betances, I guess maybe Justin Wilson as the lefty or someone else as the lefty. Fucking Steven Matz is the lefty, Sven Matz.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess that's it. We really don't have any. We have a lot of money invested in those guys if Betances stops in. And I mean, I don't know if you'll find one more guy or like we said, if we could use someone as a weapon in that, if it's not going to be Lugo, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. Again, those are the roles that can get filled by the guys that are coming up, not ready to start, but have live arms in the minors. But Brody traded all those guys away for rentals, for fucking Stroman, for all that kind of shit. Oh, God, I just hate that asshole so much, which is why I need my Coors Light to celebrate responsibly, to keep me cold, to keep me chilling out, the beer that's made the chill, because that motherfucker in that mask and his little sash and whatever the fuck, he cannot get out of here soon enough, Kyle. So what do you, all right, let's do it. What do we want to see tonight? One thing you want to see tonight?
Well, similar to what I said the last time, Michael Wacha. I need at least 5 innings from Michael Wacha. I need something for him to be like, this wasn't a complete waste of a year for a guy who like reinvented himself in spring training and was like riding high, expecting a big contract after this. I mean, he's actually shit the bed. Stroman has been more productive opting out at 29 than Michael Wacha has been pitching.
Yep, that's it. Like, you're gonna look at the wars of all these guys and be like, shit, we would have been better literally with just a zero, like a straight up replacement player.
Yep.
I think it was Meek Phil tweeted something like, everyone's like breaking down the odds because you have to go 5-0 and this team 2-2, and it's like, or Michael Wacha just gets his dick kicked in the first inning and the game is over and whatever. The Rays clinch, which again is kind of a good but bad, bittersweet moment. I'll go. I mean, we've said it a million times. We want to see the like. If I say I wanted any of these young guys to do good, that's nothing. That's nothing new. Fuck it. Give me a Todd Frazier home run last night.
Oh, fuck you. I don't want to see it.
Take me to the moon, baby. Take me to the moon, Todd. You fucking Jersey asshole. Goddamn Jersey Todd.
I love the people that tweet out the Mets record when he's in the lineup too. They're like 6-3. Todd Frazier. I mean, he's a clubhouse guy.
For all the great stats we have in baseball now, because it is like the closest thing to an individual game out of the major sports, there are just stats like that are so fucking stupid. People love them, and that's our life. It's our cross to bear, this goddamn team. So we'll see you on the other side of the game. Hopefully, a win. I want to win. I also just don't want like the 6 people that aren't in Consolina to like still have their hearts into this shit, because it's just not healthy to have.
I mean, I'm just watching it in the background at this point. I'm just focused on Saturday, and I'm gonna scoreboard watch Trevor Bauer start. So
yep.
Give him the bad juju, give him the horns, whatever you have to do. Love you. We want you on the team, but not this year.
It's actually kind of nice too that the Brewer that game should be over when our game is over too, so it'll be a kind of a double post game. Again, it's bottom of the first right now, man. I'm first, so 0-0. He got out of the first inning there, so gotta believe.